Hello and welcome to Kresen Kernow. It is Disability History Month. We are here to do an exhibition. We are working with Disability Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly, TALKmoreCORNWALL, the Brandon Trust, Citizens Checkers and the Advocacy Fellows.
3, 2, 1.
Ready?
Okay.
What is your name?
My name's called Anthony.
How old are you?
I'm old. 21. Not really.
Can you tell us about you?
Myself, I got learning difficulties. Myself, I was born with disabilities. When I was a child, I went to school in Kernow School in Redroof Jump Road with children with disabilities. After that, I was 16, I left school, went to Trevithick Day Centre.
Where were you born?
I was born in Redroof, the old hospital in Redroof itself.
What activities do you take part in your community?
I'm part of the community, what I'm good at to help other people with disabilities out there.
What barriers have stopped you from taking part in your community?
It's stopping me sometimes with adult social care.
Wonder why?
Why I didn't have no bad experience around them in the past.
They had no support.
No support. I didn't have no support. Now I have got support now. A PA called Joe. They used to call them support workers. Now it's called a PA.
What has worked well for you?
Worked very well for me is my confidence. My confidence is there, help other people with disabilities come out their shell. It's very important, including the people with autism. That is my background, to help them. People come out of hospitals, mental health hospitals, support them as well. A history around people with being born in Redroof, born in Cornwall.
Can you tell me about a sad experience that you've had in the past?
In my past, I had a bad experience around my past. I went to a tuition place in a Buddock hospital in Bournemouth. The worst hospital you've ever been in this country. To all my friends who's been in there, the people I see, it's very badly affected me a lot. Affected all my other friends that's been in that situation.
Was that long ago?
A short time. I went, my family was telling me, a lot good for me in there. They made a mistake from, I had mental health problems around that area to around, I was young, very young, to think I'm, a very poorly person. But good thing, I get a little bit of mental health, a little bit. I'm helping other people hidden there in these special hospitals. We've got loads of people. I help my colleagues, the other people back to Cornwall. That's people with autism. and it's good. My experience is very high, that experience.
Can you tell me about a happy experience that you've had in the past?
My flat is getting help with Cornwall Council with the hires, Chief Secretary in the hires in charge the council. She's helping me to sort it out to me to move back to Red Roof. I'll be happy and I have support for them there to do helping me.
That's awesome. So you'd like to move back to Redroof, definitely, because that's where you were born.
Have you ever had work experience or paid employment in the past, and where?
I work for people with disabilities and their families. That's important. That is my world. I am a very smart guy, okay, handsome guy. Just around that situation is very good for people in Cornwall.
So have you ever had work experience?
Experience.
Yeah, or worked?
Yeah, the situation I've worked in different places. Went at the Cornwall Fire Brigade. I used to work on the farm. Now I'm working with the checkers now.
What was your experience like?
The checkers are very, make me brilliant, okay? I had all the experience around jobs I have. The first pay I ever had is with the champs, with the NHS. That's the first pay we ever had before. We get paid in my work now, much more wages we get what we do have the champs. And it helps help other people to get work and pay money. It's very important.
Tell me about the archive piece that you have chosen. Why did you choose this piece?
Kernow School is a very special for people with disability children, like myself. In those days, it was back in the 60s, we used to have a cult. I was there when 1 year old. To the 1 year old, I was a little baby. I went there to, it was a playground. They used to change their nappies and bottles. And when I was gone about 2 year old, we used to go have a playground. We used to play with toys and situations. Then I moved from there to another class. Was about 3 and 4 to, I can't remember what her name is. Then I went upstairs to about 6 or 7. I went upstairs. It was very scary upstairs. I used to be scared going up the stairs. I used to be in a class called Mrs. Jones. She was my teacher. I went from there to Mr. Morrison's school class, the higher class. I used to do swimming every Friday. We used to do a lot of pottery. We used to go to church and farm. And a long time ago, it was a cat's mice, and Mr. Morrison used to play his guitar. The Rising Sun. I can remember that in my time. But that was a good time. Now they moved me into Trevithick to around We used to do workshops. We used to do pottery. We used to do woodwork, weaving stools, making stools. Then we used to make crates. I went to another plant, another plant. We used to make crates for kitchen machines to go in. We used to make firewood. We used to do pottery. I used to do pottery. All these things, it was good times.
What was Murdoch and Trevithick?
It's the people with disabilities to go to.
Is it a day centre?
So in that situation, we didn't get no choice. It was just from school straight into the Murdoch Severe. We didn't have no choice. We didn't have no choice then. St Christopher's hostels, it was for people with disabilities, with children. That is special. I was brought up there, brought up in Redruth, and the staff was in St Christopher's absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I had a good life there. They treat me, one of the staff, and Charlene and Uncle Ian, they treat me like their own son. I used to go with him on the beach, Wolf Tavern. He had a place for doing surfing. But that was quite it. He used to take me everywhere. We used to go to Cornwall Monument with Chow. We used to climb up it, try to climb up it. We used to go around. I used to go home like a weekend, and a week I used to stay at St Christopher's. I moved on from that now. I was doing a lot of things means to me to around helping other people. My experience. I like listening to people's stories. It's more interesting.
So what are your hopes for the future for people who have a learning disability in Cornwall?
Right, people in Cornwall, my hope, if I had a magic wand now, we call it a magic wand what we work, to make sure people get the right things what they want. The magic wand makes them all happy, the future going forward, for people with disabilities going forward. In the past, in the middle, bad, going forward, good, forward.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, no, perfect.